All right. This is episode 9 of the Bachelor podcast. Enjoy.
Welcome to the Bachelor podcast, a show about everything but nothing at the same time. Two guys that took jobs away from their families and living the Bachelor lifestyle.
Okay. We are live, or not so much live. I'd like to say we're live.
Pretty much we're not live. This is a recording.
I don't know. I don't even know why I say yeah. Either way, let's get this podcast started. We didn't have really too much issue with the mics, really. Not a lot of issues with the camera, right?
Well, it's rolling. Now, how long it rolls, we'll find out.
But we had a lot of issues with the new banner.
Yeah, the banner situation, which we'll take some pictures of it and put it up there on our Instagram account. But it's pretty cool. Our graphic design artist came up with that, and I think she did a good job. Manner.
I mean, like, I'm proud of her for actually, succeeding and doing it very quickly.
You keep poking the bear.
Hey, look, I'm not scared of the bear, okay? I apologize if there's a lot of background noise, but we are holding our mics now, contrary to public. Like, we tried to set up the booms, it just wasn't working, and I'm pretty sure our computer's setting on an air conditioner right now because it is blowing on our legs and it is cold.
It is cold, and it is cold outside. And then our first conversation, our first podcast, one or two, was talking about going outside and going to the bathroom and having poopsicles.
Yeah, I do believe, I think it was a pee mound or pee something. But yeah, poopsicles are definitely a dangerous thing right now. I don't really want to get, too in the whole feces
no, it's not
specialty, but
let's not get down with it.
It's scary out there. I mean, you could have poopsicles, and this is a PSA for poopsicles. Yeah. So,
well, I'm going to make an adjustment here. You just keep talking.
Yeah, because you are very quiet, by the way. Just pointing that out. Dude, you just took off your shirt. Oh, you son of a... yeah, I cussed. I don't care. All right? What the hell? Where...
You like that, don't you?
No, I don't like that at all.
No?
Why? No, where is my shirt?
Hey, I was thinking of you, I have yours.
Is it pink? I swear to God, if it's pink.
It is not pink.
I'll wear it proudly.
But I know you like Sport Fit.
Did you get...
So, we went and got you a Sport Fit one, and for folks that's not watching the video, I had T-shirts made.
I am in bulk phase right now. I am not... You can tell that we're going through... Like, this is not a professional podcast at all. Did you get me a schmedium?
There you go. We're proudly...
It's a small. I can't fit no small.
That's for slim.
What? No, it's not. You got me a different shirt, damn it.
That's 2.
What?
There's another one.
Oh, is this for... What is these for?
Those are for your kids.
Oh.
And
now I feel bad.
Now I got...
Not for me.
I got you and your wife one.
Okay. There we go. Now we're talking. Actually, these are the shirts. My kids love these shirts. They're actually the shirts that we use for the CrossFit gym.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
They're pretty nice.
They're canvas. That's the CrossFit gym. Well, thank you very much. I'm not going to hug you on air because, well, let's just face it. We're not the hugging type.
So the wife's been wearing hers, like, she started wearing her this week, and I'm like, you can't post anything. Macy's got hers. I'm like, hey, you girls can't post. Don't ruin this for me.
Because your daughter will rat you out, just as she did with me. So now the kids will really like it. I was thinking about getting a few things, so now I'm definitely going to have to go through with it. I guess I need to get some for your kids. I don't know. No, I'm probably not going to get anything for Macy because she ratted me out.
Well, we had to buy so many, so it kind of all worked out. It wasn't cost effective to get 2.
Well, I'll figure something out. I think Well, I guess my wife has to buy that recorder now, huh?
Well, I think that's a must. I think
I
just
do
laid
believe so.
the gauntlet down.
Well, all right. That brings me to my question of the day, actually.
All right.
So, or would you rather? So, this is at no means directed towards my current job profession. But would you rather work in a job that you enjoyed for $8.50 an hour? Or would you rather work in a job that's not real difficult, but it is time consuming and full of all kinds of stupid stuff that just pops up? Not saying that this is at all work related.
So,
and get paid, hypothetically, we get paid all right for what we do if this was about that job.
So,
all right, I'll give you.
What's my wife doing?
Okay. Well, that's what my wife said. She goes, well, if I'm making six figures, you can go make $8.50.
That's what I'm talking about. So,
yeah. So I just have to wait till she gets it, which will not happen. She definitely wants that insurance. So,
well, mine's into photography, graphic design, obviously.
Yeah.
So there's opportunities out there. Just means we won't be here.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I see. This is the way I look at it. I'm either going to work at my regular job or I'm going to work at the YMCA for $8.50. So, and I think I would be happy wiping down machines, working for $8.50 an hour. Now, they might get paid a little bit more.
My current situation, I'll take the job that's a little bit more paying to make sure that we're making a decent living. Because let's be realistic. If I could go work an $850 job now, I'd just go do it. But I can't.
Well, we can, but we're kind of pretentious and we like nice things. So, not that at all this is directed towards our job. I just want to clarify. But
all right. So, enough about that. What's your you said you had a stupid question of the day.
Was it really a stupid question or? Oh yeah. I think actually this question was asked probably, I don't know, probably 3 months ago, 2 months ago, something like that. And it was actually asked for you or by you, and it was a stupid question of the day. It was, do you want to do a podcast? And this is the first time I ever thought it was a stupid question after today's experience.
So it's the delayed reaction to my question.
Yeah, because it wasn't stupid until today. This poster has caused us a lot of heartache. We almost broke up. We were
But I
almost
wasn't worried because I had T-shirts in the bag.
We were like Fifth Direction. Like,
it's worth it. That's not a dumb question. Let's go on.
Anyways, hey, quick question. Did Fifth Direction break up? I really don't know.
I don't know who Fifth Direction is.
Oh, it's, no, wait. Am I talking about Fifth Harmony and One Direction? Hey, I'm not mad that I did not get the boy band right. That's a pretty manly thing. Don't know boy bands.
You thought through it, though. You knew enough about it to think through
Well, I feel like it was a part of the podcast I listened to today on who was dating who. Anyways.
Well, so I have an update on the triathlon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So last night I had a dream. I was at the starting gate getting ready to start the race. You weren't there, by the way, so that's good. I don't like you. I don't even want to think about you being in my dreams. But as I'm getting prepared to go, I turn away from my bike, and someone steals it. It's gone. I turn back, and the bike's gone. So is that a sign as to us doing this triathlon, or is it just a silly dream?
Well, here's the way I look at it, and this is also recently changed. I don't think it's a silly dream, but I think with that and you combine, well, let's face it, I like talking about myself, my fully torn shoulder, it's not happening, buddy. Not at all. This is a no-go for this year.
Well, you don't know about that. You might be able to still do it.
I don't think I can swim. I realize
Side
the water
stroke.
is like...
Just side stroke.
Look, I doggy paddle. Okay, it is not pretty. But either way, I really... Yeah, this is a done deal. I'm definitely adding to my bulking phase, so...
Well, see, I think you're going about this the whole wrong way. Yeah, you're injured. There's other things that you could work on and get better because of injury and still stay fit.
The first thing I did when I found out that I had a full tear, I went and did shoulders as a kind of a memorial workout.
Okay, that's fine. But once you have...
I figured that if they're going to mess them up, or I mean, if they're already messed up, what more damage could I do, you know?
Well, you could do other stuff, other movements.
I'm spinning like a fool right now.
And diet.
Oh, no. Dude, diet sucks. It's a horrible part of it. I'm all about that working out, but yeah, no. Either way.
I think you're just going about it wrong. Instead of concentrating on being injured,
maybe
you
if
need
you
to concentrate on other things.
To eat Mexican or Boat Town Brewing all the time.
Well, I'm trying to make them our unofficial official sponsor.
Well, we did have a sponsor the other day. What was it? Oh, yeah, we had a sponsor. I'm sorry, we're going to have to take a break from this sponsored message. This podcast is brought to you by Tractor Supply Company. Why? Because it's not Orscheln's.
That is not cool, man. That is not cool.
Let's just say we might or might not know somebody that works for Orscheln's. That's all I'm saying.
I have a lot of people that work for Orscheln's.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. You know, Orscheln's a big town there, but they didn't sponsor us. Tractor Supply Company did.
So,
can you get in trouble for fake sponsors?
Yeah, you probably can.
Oh, well. I mean, it's not like we've got anything to go after.
So. I think we should try to do a live version of the podcast at Boat Town Brewery.
How many weeks do we got? What, this is next week? That's good. I mean, I don't even think you can do live podcast.
Well, a live recording at Boat Town Brewery.
I do know that you can do a live YouTube video via podcast and microphones, but I think we have enough issues trying to get this set up.
I don't know. I think we should try it.
I think it's going to be awkward. We're going to have to get there when it first opens up tomorrow. Otherwise, people are going to be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" But I don't know. I think so. We could do a bonus episode. Next week's really the only week we can. No, this week's the only week before. You know,
yeah, the long stretch.
So,
so what? Speaking of a long stretch, we had a long weekend because of a holiday. What'd you do? Anything?
Well, don't you know? I watched Making a Murderer season 2. Don't you know?
I watched all of it.
Not all of it, I think, but a good chunk of change.
Episode 2, and I'm just like, this is dry.
It's not as eventful because it's not like suspenseful on what's going to happen because you kind of already know. And I tried to watch it. Well, I watched all Daredevil, the new season of that, and then I don't know. I really like Making a Murderer. I think I just like their voices. And he's like, I don't know. Did I do it? You tell me.
Well, I guess I will have to give it another shot. I know my wife wants to continue watching. That's just the first 2 episodes were so dry.
We have not, with softball and everything else going on. I got my daughter playing. She cheers. Little debate on whether that's a sport or not, but you know, she still has to go to the games, and their games are like late. I've never seen anything like it. They had one team, the 7th grade team. They had to be at the school at 8:30 at night for a game.
Was it a tournament?
No, it was a regular game. Like it was yesterday. So yeah, she's in the 8th grade team, but the 7th graders had to be there at 8:30. That's what time the game started, and that's early. They played 4 games back to back and started at 4:30 and didn't get done until like 10:30.
Well, that's a long night.
Yeah.
So how is she liking cheerleading?
I think she likes cheerleading. It's just she's not used to getting that lack of sleep. I mean, because she turns around and gets up at 6:30. So, I mean, if she doesn't shower at night, she showers in the morning. That cuts out a 30 hour. My dad runs a pretty tight ship around there. Very, very, very organized in the mornings. And Now, granted, those girls don't move as fast as he wants them to, but he's very strict with his schedule.
Well, so my daughter had a game last night, and it's a basketball game, 8th grade basketball. And they've got some girls on the team that's first year playing, and they've got a couple that have played before, and then they have a couple that they're just playing to play. I mean, they're not. This isn't their sport, and they openly admit it. They're out there to play. They're supporting the school. They're trying to do their thing. So they played 2 games so far, and they're 0-2. And it hasn't been their best outings, their best performances. So last night she comes home, and I can tell she's upset. I mean, she's like I am. I can, facial expressions tell everything. And so we sit down and have a pretty long conversation. Luckily, I was there because of the long weekend to sit down and talk with her about it. And we basically came to, are you wanting to do this for fun, or is this something that you want to be good at? And this was a tough decision for her, I think. She wants to be good at it. She told me that. So I said, well, how much extra time are you putting in on this? And there wasn't a whole lot, right? So we brought out the phone, and on the new iPhones or new updates on the iPhones, you can tell how much time, right?
It's not good for me.
Yeah, you can tell how much time you're on an app.
It's good for kids, but...
And so I showed her, and we talked about it, and I'm like, you know what the difference between you and I, me at your age and where you're at now? She's like, well, you are just a great athlete. I say, no, I wasn't a great athlete. But all we had to do when I was growing up was to either play sports, play outside, hang out. We didn't have all the distractions that they have now with the cell phones.
I wouldn't say all the distractions, but we definitely had video games growing up.
Dude, I'm showing my age. The video game I had growing up at that age where she's at now was like one of the Nintendos, like the NES.
Yeah, I had an NES, and I played the crap out of it.
Well, at some point, we just got bored of it, and we're like, let's go outside.
There's only Castlevania and Duck Hunt.
So
it's too much that you can play.
We played basketball. We threw football around. We pick up wiffle ball games or baseball games, and that's just what we did there. Now they get done out of practice, and it's back to the phone or talking with their friends. And granted, me, I wasn't a big phone talker. I don't know if it's just a boy thing or, but the girls seem to be a lot more socialized than what boys are.
Yeah, they're definitely more phone talkers. I'm probably a side note. I'll talk on the phone all day, usually.
Well, I mean, so we broke it down just on one of our apps. I'm like, you did X amount. Let's say you took an hour out of that and put that towards something that you are passionate about, be it basketball, softball, art, whatever. And how much better do you think you'll be at it? I said the people that are great at a subject or a sport, I asked, hey, who's an athlete you look up to right now? And it's one of the MU basketball players. And I said, how much time do you think extra she put in? Because I've heard you talk about her, how she's got a nice shot. She's got a high score percentage. I'm like, do you think that was all God-given talent? And, I think part of that clicked in her, and she's like, okay, I get it. Now, whether she decides to do that, that's to remain to be seen. And if she doesn't want to, great. All I just wanted her to get out of the whole conversation was, if this is the way it's going to be, don't come home so upset. Don't get upset, and you have to put in a little, you're not talking your whole life revolves around basketball or stuff like that. No.
Like, I know a girl that lived kind of catty quarter from my aunt and stuff, so small town and stuff. She was, or her mom was PE teacher, and she would still go out every morning, and I don't know exact amount, but she would shoot at a minimum 50 free throws a day, every morning. And I would say probably more like 100, 150.
Well, another thing that I took away from the conversation, and, I had tied it to the book that we're currently reading. I don't know if you're still reading.
I am 43% into the book. Thank you very much.
Are you reading it or listening to it?
Just curious. Read it last night.
Okay.
I've been listening to it all other besides that point.
It was quick for the teammates to start pointing out, well, you weren't doing this, and the team or everyone, no one was moving on the court, no one was getting available. They were just, you. And I said, well, first let's stop. Let's address what you did, and did you prepare enough? I said, are you a leader of the team, or are you going to be the one pointing your fingers at everybody else? So we had the conversation as, as a leader, if your team fails, instead of pointing your finger at the team members, maybe you didn't do enough as a leader to prepare them from what they were going into. And I think that definitely applies to our line of work. And I think it applies in a team event, sporting-wise as well, from the coach down, because the coach has to take some responsibility to what's going on the court.
Yeah, and coaches make or break the team, I fully think. I mean, yeah, it does matter what kind of, skill, a little bit, temperament. But, I mean, the coach is definitely heavily involved. And, number one, if they're not doing good, they do get the blame. I mean, regardless of how you look at it, no matter what sport you're playing.
Well, sport or whatever, if you're a leader and you fail, everyone's going to blame the leader.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. You do have some of those toxic leaders, though, that they'll blame other people. Well, and I see that not so much now, but I've seen that multiple times.
Well, that's what I was hoping she got from that. I mean, and I told her, too, okay, so you lose, whatever you're doing, they're going to blame leadership. You win, leadership doesn't take credit for it. It's everybody else on the team that gets credit for the win.
Yeah.
I said that's just part of being a leader or a good leader, in my opinion.
And it's hit or miss, depends. But to be honest, I don't really have these heart-to-hearts with my oldest daughter. She, and I think this is a godsend, especially for a teenage female. She has no real emotions at all. I mean, each one of my daughters are very similar to me. One's a bit sarcastic. That's the youngest one. And the oldest one does not care. Like, if she does care, she doesn't show that she cares. I mean, she does decent in school and stuff like that, but say she gets a bad grade. Oh, well, it's just, that happened. I guess we'll try harder next time. Not that she does horrible in school or anything like that. I mean, she still does decent. But she's, the youngest is more the perfection, which I have some perfection details. Not a whole bunch, though. I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist. But it's just funny, the difference in parenting and stuff like that.
Oh, I don't think any of them's the same. It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. But I don't know. I kind of like, I definitely dog my kids a lot. So I
don't see that about you at all.
Oh, yeah. I was like, it's like Kelly Clarkson. What doesn't kill him makes him stronger, Oh, look at that parlay or whatever.
Well, I mean, and there's some truth to that. I think you have to be realistic with them. You can't, everything's not sunshine and rainbows.
The best thing I ever did to my daughter, she said, Dad, I want to do cross country. I said, we've seen you run, right? Let's face it. The chances of this actually going to work your way are probably not. I mean, like, that girl cannot run to save her life. I'm sure she'll get better as she goes, but it looked like she running out there with concrete shoes. You saw her, don't they? The video is on right now. You've seen her play softball. The girl's feet move, and she does not.
She tries hard.
Oh, no. Well,
she does try hard.
She tries hard. And apparently, I'm trying to get her more into sports because, well, if my wife is coaching, I'd hate to break it to her, but my kid's going to play softball. So she better step it up because they're playing on a 16U team now. So
well, and I think she can do it. If that's what she wants to do and she wants to put in the time, I think she can do it.
I think she's more of a social person. I don't think she really cares. She's more about spending time with friends, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, as long as really the bottom line nowadays is just keeping kids active.
Oh, yeah.
So,
well, speaking of, here in Missouri, it was the opening weekend of deer season.
Yeah.
And I got to take my youngest son actually my only son, my
My
youngest
son.
child.
It'd be like, you got some questions to answer.
He just turned 9. We went deer hunting for the first time. He's been with me before, but he's never, had his own rifle and had his license and ready to take his first deer until this year. And I went out opening morning, and it was cold. I'm like, I'm not taking him out because we'll be out there like 10 minutes, and he'll be ready to leave.
Yeah.
So we went in the afternoon. It was more sunny. It was not as cold. We set up this it's a one-man blind, but with me and him in there, it worked out. And it wasn't too cold. And I can't believe it. He got his first deer on his first time.
Yeah. Though, that kind of ruins the poor kid because,
now he's going to think it's that easy every time.
Yeah, it's that easy every time. I grew up, now my dad wasn't really too much of a hunter so much. My mom was really the avid hunter, which was kind of weird. They both hunted, but my mom was, I don't know if it was just luck of the draw or not, but she was the one that did better at hunting, like overall with the bigger trophy and stuff. But she would stay out there all day long, and that's how I grew up. It was like,
well, he got it. I think we set for maybe 2.5, 3 hours.
That's really good.
And it was a decent buck. Showed up with 2 does, and they ran into the woods on us. And the only one that he could really see was the doe. So I'm like, go ahead. If this is a deer you want to take it. And he put a good shot on it, one shot, and she dropped. And then it was all, this is real. Holy crap! I actually got my first deer. So my daughter, I've asked her, and she's 13, I've asked her plenty of times, hey, do you want to go? Is this something you'd like to do? No, Dad, not something I'm interested in. Okay, that's fine. If she wanted to, great. If not, it's whatever. Well, her little brother gets his first deer, and of course he comes home, he's stoked, and everyone's saying good job, and one of her best friends gets her first deer. So she comes home Sunday evening, and I'm getting ready to go out. She's like, Dad, I want to go deer hunting. I'm like, are you sure? It's like, I've asked you plenty of times. She's like, yeah, I want to go. So we go out there, and we have a really good time. We sit and we talk. The weather's great. It's not too cold. And we start hearing deer snorting at us. And boy, she gets
Get old buck.
She's ready, right? And I'm like, all right, turn around, spin around. If she comes out, she's going to come out from this direction. And it wasn't. As soon as I said that, she come bounding out. Kind of got in some tall grass and looked at us, and then bounded a little bit more. And she always stayed quartered to us, or we always seen our hind or her head. She never gave her a broadside shot. And then she ended up walking away. It was the only deer we seen. But for a split second, I thought, I was going to go 2 for 2 on the weekend and get both of them a deer. But
you said your son got a doe or a buck?
He got a doe. Doe. A doe and a buck came in. But the only chance...
I thought he got a buck.
You liked my picture on Instagram.
I don't know what I like. I feel like I was actually channeling my inner white and just started liking everything. So...
Yeah, if I know them, I'll like it. I don't care. I just throw it out there like candy.
That's not true, actually. I don't hand out likes.
I know you do.
You do. It takes a lot to get a like from me.
Well, you liked it, so it must have been a lot.
Yeah, I felt like I had to. You get pressured into it. It's like, hey, man, we do a podcast together, so I should probably like his son's stuff.
No, you do you. I don't expect anything different. No. You just do you.
No, I like seeing, kids happy and not mad at me, because if they're happy. That's a funny story. I was going to say, your kids definitely probably want you there a lot. And I don't think that my kids don't want me there. But yesterday, my daughter had a game, and she goes, Dad, please don't come. I was like, why? She goes, I want to ride the bus. Like, that was her whole thing. So she's riding today, too, I do believe.
What do you mean, riding the bus?
Riding the bus back.
Is it a away game?
They had, I think they got 4 away games this week.
Well, so... My daughter, it's required. They have to ride the bus back.
Oh, no. We can sign them out. And I think, actually, I'm pretty sure this is her first time riding the bus back after a game. I said, what's it like over there? Because I am protective, so I know what it's, some bus rides are like going back and stuff, and kids are going to be kids. She goes, really? Just the cheerleaders talk, and nobody else talks. I was like, that's because they're focused on winning. And their 8th grade boys team is like, it's the best I've ever seen. It's
boys?
Yeah,
boys
yeah.
team?
It's they're good. But
do we play each other? I haven't even looked on the schedule.
Not that I can tell, unless we're playing in a tournament that I don't know about.
Well, we play in softball, so I didn't know if we was playing.
Yeah, you would think that we'd play in basketball. We're playing Troy like next week.
Troy?
Yeah, and that's
a haul, isn't it?
That's a good little chunk. I don't know if maybe it's a tournament game or something. I saw it on there, unless there's a Troy Elementary, but either way.
Mine's playing a game probably right now, so I'm going to give her a shout out. Hey, do good, kid. I'm sure you're going to do good stuff. Yeah,
I'm going to give my daughter a shout out too because I like copying people. Yeah, jump high and cheer.
Spirit fingers, right?
Spirit fingers. They actually don't have any male cheerleaders. I'm actually kind of surprised. I don't know if high school does.
So are they doing tosses and tumbles and all that stuff yet? Pyramids?
I feel like they're a little bit, not as in depth. They do a little bit of tossing stuff, not like competition stuff that you see on my favorite show, anyway. Bring It On, or Bring It On Again, or Bring It On after that, or Bring It On some more. I think there's like 5 of them.
You probably would know.
I definitely watched the first 1 or 2. I feel like I have the thing for Kristen Dunst. I don't know what to do. Oh no, and Elijah Dushku. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
You don't know who Elijah Dushku is? Oh, Jesus.
I just think you like to say her last name.
I do like to say her last name. Kind of reminds me of people I work with. But either way, are we going to end this thing, or are we just going to keep talking? I feel like we could talk some more, but I'm actually, hey, look, from what I can tell, which I really can't see because I don't have glasses on, I think we're still recording.
It is recording. I told you I had it fixed.
And I definitely recommend watching the video to you ladies out there. Duane did a strip show there trying to take off his thing. So, maybe we'll get some more likes.
Not take off my thing. I took off my shirt to show you the T-shirt underneath.
Yeah. Let's be clear
on that.
I like how we switched from a PG to a PG-13. Are we going to bleep out that cuss word I said there in the middle of it?
You said more than one.
No, I didn't. I don't have time to go back through.
You did 2.
2?
2.
I don't know.
You called me a son of a, and then you dropped another one.
Well, that's 3. Anyways.
All right, we're out. Folks.
I can't. All right, we're doing the right hand today.
Please like.
Please like, share. We're on Instagrams, as you can see right there.
At the Geo Bachelors.
Well, let's see. Oh, God, about broke my neck. At the Geo Bachelor. I tell you what, you guys got to watch a video on this one. I probably look like, God, Jesus. We're just going to bleep the crap out of this episode.
And.
But yeah, you can see our new banner.
You just dropped another one. All right, we got to go, folks.
All right.
Before this gets too good.
Yeah, we're going to go.
Again, please like, share, subscribe. Leave comments. I'm sure that this one's going to be horrible, but we appreciate
I think
listens.
It went really good.
We appreciate the listens.
We're leaving the E-tag on there.
Appreciate all of them. Everybody out there that listens and give us feedback.
And I'm just going to continue talking crap. All right, ready? Out. There we go.